Understanding your teen, adolescent stress. Hello dear parents. Today, let's talk about a topic that almost every family with a teenager cares about: stress. Sometimes, the way our children express stress is very different from how we adults experience it. That's why recognizing the early signs is so important, so we can be there to support them at the right time. In today's talk, we'll explore the following key points. First, stress is not always bad. It has both positive and negative sides. Second, there are many reasons why our children feel stressed. But academic pressure is one of the most common causes. And most importantly, we'll look at practical ways we as parents can help our children navigate this challenging phase. So, let's dive into each part together. What is stress? Really? Let's start by clarifying. What exactly is stress? Simply put, it's how our body and mind respond when we face difficult situations or challenges. Have you noticed? When we're stressed, our body may react with muscle tension, a racing heartbeat, sweating, irritability, or even shortness of breath. Stress is a completely natural part of life. Everyone experiences it, adults and children alike. It's like a defense mechanism that helps us gather energy to deal with urgent situations or pressure. This energy can be very useful. However, if stress continues for too long, it becomes harmful and can affect our well-being and happiness. That's why stress is often categorized into two types: positive and negative. Let's talk about positive stress first. This is short-term, moderate stress that acts like a gentle boost, helping us focus better and feel more motivated to solve problems. For example, a slightly tricky math problem may excite your child and push them to find a solution. Or a bit of exam pressure might motivate them to study harder. The good thing about positive stress is that it usually disappears once the situation is over, like the relief your child feels after finishing a test. But when a challenge becomes too overwhelming, beyond what your child can handle, negative stress sets in. This brings anxiety, fear, insecurity, and affects health, mood, academic performance, and even relationships. If it lasts too long, it can lead to both physical and mental health issues. Recognizing signs of negative stress in your teen. So how can you tell if your child is experiencing negative stress? When your child tries to push through challenges with stress but doesn't succeed. The stress builds up and makes everything worse. Watch out for these stages. 1. Initial fatigue. Your child often says they're tired or looks sluggish throughout the day. Eating and sleeping patterns become irregular. They may eat or sleep much more or much less than usual. They start seeing things more negatively and lose their usual cheerfulness. They become more irritable, quick to anger, and argue more. Sometimes they show behaviors from earlier childhood, like thumb sucking. 2. Physical and emotional discomfort. Frequent complaints of headaches or stomachaches without a clear cause. Nightmares or trouble sleeping. Difficulty controlling emotions, more emotional, tearful, or angry than usual. 3. Exhaustion. Loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities, maybe isolating themselves and avoiding friends. Clinging to parents more, becoming fearful of trying new things or meeting new people. 4. Breakdown. A serious decline in both physical and mental energy, unable to handle daily routines. Withdrawing from group activities, or neglecting responsibilities, causing others to pick up the slack. That's why, dear parents, it's crucial to observe signs of ongoing stress in your teen. A little stress is okay, but prolonged stress can truly be damaging. Common causes of teen stress. So what usually causes stress for teens? It often comes from external challenges, such as academic pressure, grades, and family or teacher expectations. Conflicts or tension with friends, or worse, being gossiped about, teased, or bullied. Overloaded schedules. Too many activities with little time for rest and relaxation. Worrying about the health or happiness of family members. Major life changes, moving house or changing schools. Accidents or health problems of their own. Grieving the loss of a loved one. Big societal events, pandemics. Natural disasters. A particularly stressful time for teens is exam season. We often hear stories of students fainting during exams or being so exhausted they can't finish their tests. Another important point: parental stress can also affect children. Our own tension can unintentionally spread to them. So it's worth checking in with ourselves. 2. The link between stress and other issues. What's concerning is that stress can lead to other problems, not just tiredness or sadness. 1. School avoidance. School is a big part of your teen's life. When they refuse to go, it might not be due to poor performance. It could be fear of being called on, being tested, or being bullied. The key is to patiently listen and understand the real reason behind their refusal. 2. Addiction risk. Just like adults, stressed teens may turn to video games, social media, alcohol, or even drugs to escape. These may temporarily numb discomfort, but they're not healthy solutions and often make things worse in the long run. Teens can become dependent on them. 3. Mental health disorders. When teens face prolonged negative stress, we often see physical effects like insomnia, headaches, stomach aches, and fatigue, but psychological damage is harder to notice. They may develop anxiety disorders, depression, or burnout, a condition of total physical and emotional exhaustion, fear of tasks, and hypersensitivity. How can parents help their teens cope with stress? Now, the most important part: how can we, as parents, support our children through stressful times? 1. Create a safe space for sharing. Teens may hesitate to talk to parents about problems, out of fear of disappointing us or getting scolded. When they're stressed, they're even more likely to hide their struggles. So let's show them that no matter what happens, we're here to listen, support, and help, not to judge or punish. Safety and trust are key for your child to open up. 2. Re-examine your expectations. Sometimes, family pressure contributes to stress, like showing too much disappointment over a low grade or comparing them to other children. This can make your teen feel they have to live up to unrealistic standards and develop a fear of failure. Instead of aiming for distant goals, encourage steady daily effort, and most importantly, recognize every bit of your child's progress. Timely encouragement matters a lot. 3. Teach problem-solving skills. Sometimes teens are stressed simply because they don't know what to do when facing a challenge. Guide them through basic problem-solving steps. Identify the issue. Brainstorm possible solutions. Evaluate the pros and cons. Choose the best option, and test it. This gives them a sense of control and boosts their confidence. 4. Maintain a healthy routine. Stress often disrupts sleep, eating, and physical activity. Help your child maintain a balanced daily rhythm. Get enough sleep. Spend time outdoors. Enjoy fun and healthy activities. And eat nutritious meals. A healthy body supports a strong mind. 5. Practice simple relaxation techniques together. Activities like meditation or mindfulness are great tools for reducing stress. Teach your child how to take slow, deep breaths, focus on their breath, and relax their body. Just a few minutes a couple of times a day can help restore calm. Final words. Dear parents, the journey through adolescence is not easy, for our children or for us. Facing stress is an inevitable part of it. Hopefully, this talk has helped you better understand what your teen is going through and given you concrete ways to walk alongside them. Always remember, your patience, understanding, and love are the greatest strengths your child can have to overcome any challenge.